Hello my dear students, today we will discuss some numericals regarding electrostatics of Coulomb's law and charge. Before going to numericals, first you keep in your mind some formulas that you have read. In this topic we have read basically the main formula is electrostatic force of interaction in between two charged particles. In vacuum, the notation always should write F naught. In any medium, you should write the notation F. While doing the problems in SI system, formula should be F naught is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 into Q2 by R square. But while you decided to do problem doing CGS electrostatic unit, so your formula should be F naught is equal to simply Q1 into Q2 by R square. Again, while doing the problems, you should remember the value of 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0. In SI unit, its numerical value is 9 into 10 to the power 9. Again, if the force is given in vacuum F naught, if you are interested to find the value in any medium, so another formula you can use F is equal to F naught by epsilon R, or you can write K. K is dielectric constant, or epsilon R you may call it relative permittivity. And these 2 or 3 formula, by using the vector concept, we can do some problems. Let's start. Our first problem is see the questions first. Calculate the magnitude and nature of the electrostatic force. Nature means whether it is attractive or repulsive between two alpha particles are kept to Fermi distance apart. Before starting the problem, first we will start data. First we will write the data, then we will see the units, then you will use the formula, then you will get the result. Here data distance R is given to Fermi. We have converted into SI unit as 1 Fermi is equal to 10 to the power minus 15 meter. Then charge. Here 2 alpha particle means Q1 is the same as Q2. You know what is alpha particle? This is the 2 proton and 2 neutron. That means charge is 2 proton, 2 into E. And E value is 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19 coulomb. First we will discuss the nature of force, attraction or repulsion. Here you see Q1 and Q2 both are alpha particles. That means both are positive charge. So nature of electrostatic force of interaction is your repulsive. So answer one part we have decided the nature of interaction force is repulsive. Now only another part is there. We have to calculate the magnitude of the force. So we have to remember the Coulomb's force formula. Before writing the formula, first you think whether you are doing the problem in SI unit or CGS unit. First see the data. This is meter and this is coulomb. That is SI unit. So we have to write the SI unit Coulomb's formula in vacuum. That is 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 Q1 into Q2 by R square. And you put the value of 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0. Always you should remember. In board exam, it may not give what is the value of 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0. That is important for you. You should always remember its numerical value is 9 into 10 to the power 9. Q1 into Q2 means 2 into charge of alpha particle is 2 into 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19 as Q1 into Q2. So it is written as square. And the distance square 2 into 10 to the minus 15 meter whole to the power 2. And you calculate all the numericals and answer is 230.4. As you are doing the problem in SI unit, so the calculated value of electrostatic force and its magnitude is 230.4 Newton. Now our second question. Question is given to you. You have to define 1 coulomb and you have to define 1 start coulomb. First to remember what is coulomb and what is start coulomb. Coulomb is the SI unit of charge. Start coulomb is the electrostatic unit of charge. So when we define coulomb, so we should write the Coulomb's force formula in SI system. When we will define start coulomb, At that moment, we have to write the Coulomb's force formula in CGS unit or electrostatic unit. First come to SI unit Coulomb. So we have written that is the SI unit formula F0 is equal to beta 0 Q1 into Q2 by R square. You remember beta 0 is SI value, that means 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0, and its SI value is 9 into 10 to the 9 Newton meter square per Coulomb square. Now you treat some data in this formula. If I will put Q1 into Q2 is equal to 1 Coulomb, because we have to define 1 Coulomb, and R is kept 1 meter. If you will put this value in this formula, we should find that F0 is equal to 9 into 10 to the 9 Newton. In this box, the data you have got, you put all this data in language, that is the definition of 1 Coulomb. In physics, this is very easy. You should not remember or memory that definition. All the definition can derive in your exam hall if you have a formula. Here you see, I put the formula, I put some data and get the result. By using this mathematics, I simply write the language. You see, how will you define 1 Coulomb? So you can easily say that 1 Coulomb is the amount of charge, may be defined as charge of one body if it is kept with another charge body of the same amount by distance of 1 meter in vacuum, because you have calculated this problem in vacuum, so you should write the language vacuum. Then the electrostatic force of interaction will be 9 into 10 to the power 9 Newton. If exam question comes what is 1 Coulomb, you should write the language 1 Coulomb is the amount of charge which is kept 1 meter apart with another charge of same amount in vacuum. Then they will experience a force of 9 into 10 to the power 9 Newton of interaction. Interaction may be attractive or repulsive. In exam, if you will ask what is 1 Coulomb, you will get the credit if you will write this language. Here we have just taken some mathematics for our simplicity. If you will only write the language, then you will get the full credit, no matter. Similarly, we will go to definition of start Coulomb. That is electrostatic unit. Electrostatic unit means we have to use the electrostatic formula on CGS system. F0 is equal to beta 0 Q1 into Q2 by R square, but in CGS or electrostatic unit, beta 0 value is 1 dyne centimeter square per start Coulomb square. As in SI units value was 9 into 10 to the 9 Newton meter square per Coulomb square, CGS unit value is 1 dyne Coulomb centimeter square per start Coulomb square. Here using the value Q1 into Q2 is equal to 1 start Coulomb, R is equal to 1 centimeter, then electrostatic force will be 1 dyne. So language what will say? 1 start Coulomb is the amount of charge if it is kept 1 centimeter apart with another charge of same amount in vacuum, then it will experience a electrostatic force of interaction will be how much? 1 dyne. In SI unit you telling that 9 into 10 to the 9 Newton. Here you will say that the interaction force will be 1 dyne. This is the way how you will define 1 Coulomb and how you will define 1 start Coulomb. Then we will go to next problem. And this problem is very important. Question is asked that you have to prove 1 Coulomb is equal to 3 into 10 to the power 9 start Coulomb. In introduction class, I have tell you that 1 Coulomb is equal to 3 into 10 to the power 9 start Coulomb. Now, we have to prove this. How it is 1 Coulomb remains 3 into 10 to the power 9 start Coulomb. This is very simple calculation. You feel that we will do the exam, but in the exam, students feel difficulty while solving this problem how to prove. Very simple technique. First you choose 1 Coulomb is equal to X start Coulomb. You do not know what is X. By simply you put an example here. Example is your choice. And by using this example, do this problem first in SI unit, then in CGS unit. Then very simple manner X will calculated. So before going to exam, these problems would be practiced more or 2 or 3 times in your paper. First you see, we put the example here. What example we have taken? Now we are setting an example that is 2 charge particles Q1 into Q2. Charge amount is 1 Coulomb. distance between two charges is 1 meter. Only we have to calculate the electrostatic force of interaction between them. Assume that system is kept in vacuum. Here you see 1 coulomb in SI unit, but you do not know what is the value in CGS unit. Only just you write 1 coulomb is equal to x start coulomb. We will find the x. 1 meter is SI unit, but you know what is in CGS unit. CGS unit value is 10 to the 2 centimeter. Then we will do the problem first step in SI unit. You write SI unit means you write the formula SI unit. F0 is equal to beta naught Q1 into Q2 by R square. Remember beta 0 in SI unit. So beta 0 SI unit value is taken here. 9 into 10 to the 9 Newton meter square per coulomb square. Q1 and Q2 we are taking 1 coulomb and 1 coulomb. So it is 1 coulomb into 1 coulomb. R we have taken 1 meter. That is written 1 meter. All calculation give you F naught is equal to 9 into 10 to the power 9 Newton. This is equation 2 kept in your note. It will come next. Now same problem. I am repeating same problem. No change of problem. Same problem, same data. You only do the problem in CGS unit. F naught is equal to beta 0 Q1 into Q2 by R square. The CGS unit of beta 0 is 1 dyne centimeter square per start coulomb square. Q1, what we will write here? We have given that 1 coulomb in SI unit. In CGS unit, what will happen? X start coulomb, we do not know what is X. Similarly, Q2 is equal to X start coulomb. This is important. Instead of 1 coulomb, you write X start coulomb, X start coulomb. Similarly, here R, you have taken 1 meter, but you have to taken here 10 to the power 2 centimeter. Now you solve the problems. Answer is x square into 10 to the power minus 4 dyne. This is CGS unit. Now we are interested to convert this value in SI unit. How dyne is converted to Newton? In 11th class you know that 1 Newton is equal to 10 to the power 5 dyne. So 1 dyne will be how much? 10 to the power 5 Newton. So answer is F naught is equal to x square into 10 to the power minus 9 Newton. Comparing equation 2 and 3, same answer we are getting 9 into 10 to the Newton. In second method the value is this one. If we will compare these two, 9 into 10 to the power 9 Newton is equal to x square into 10 to the minus 9 Newton. Then x square will be 9 into 10 to the 18. X will be 3 into 10 to the 9 Newton. We know that taken that 1 coulomb is equal to x start coulomb. Now put the value x here. So this is your final result. 1 coulomb is equal to 3 into 10 to the power 9 start coulomb. Okay, this is the answer we are getting, but we have to practice this problem 2 or more times. Hence it is written as important problem for you. Then next problem. First you read the questions. Considering two charge particles of 50 start coulomb and 40 start coulomb. Sign is not mentioned means both are positive charges. Are kept 10 centimeter apart. Then find the magnitude of the force of interaction. Only magnitude, not discussed to nature. First we have to calculate in vacuum, then we have to calculate in water. First part vacuum. First to write the data. Q1 is 50 start coulomb, Q2 is 40 start coulomb, R is given 10 centimeter. You see all the units are electrostatic unit or CGS unit. So we will put the formula in CGS unit. F naught is equal to Q1 into Q2 by R square. But maximum times students what will happen, so they are always right F naught is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 Q1 into Q2 by R square. But you should be careful. If it is CGS unit, not necessary to write 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0. So here is CGS unit, put all these values, answer is 20 dyne. If you are interested to give the answer in Newton, then you can write 2 into 10 to the minus 4 Newton. Now second bit of this problem. Same problem, question asks to calculate the force if system is kept in a medium of water. Here we can use this easy formula F is equal to F0 by K or relative permittivity. in question relative permittivity data will be given, but in this problem it is not given as it was in memory. So I write here k is 80. So f is equal to f0 by k. In the first part you calculate f0, 20 die divided by 80. So answer is 0.25 die. Okay. Now next problem. When two equal charges are kept r distance apart. This type of question asked in boards. Listen careful and check it. When two equal charges means they have same magnitude and same nature, are r distance apart, produce an electrostatic force F. This is your data. Same charge, distance r, force is F. Now one of the charge is doubled. Both charge is not doubled. One of the charge is doubled. Then what should be the distance between them? Question is asked what is distance. Question is asked what is distance. For what can produce same electrostatic force. Before going to the answer, so you should check what data given and what you have to answer. There are two steps. First steps, charge is same charge means we have taken q and q, distance is r. This is the formula. First force, case 1, so I have written F1 here. In second case I will write F2 here. In first case beta, in second case beta is same. Proportionality constant does not change. It will only change if the medium changes. First case one charge you have taken q, another charge you have taken q. In question given one of the charge is double. That's why this charge we have taken double. Instead of q we have written 2q. In first case distance is r. Second case distance is asked. So I have written r dash here. That means we have to calculate r dash. Again what given in this question? Now amount of force remains same. That means F1 is equal to F2. So I equate these two values. F1 is equal to F2. That means beta q square by r square is equal to beta 2q square by r dash square. By solving these problems, r dash is equal to root 2r. So if we will in second case distance maintained by root 2r. So magnitude of force does not change. Problem is very simple. Just you simply think in cool mind and you can get your answers. I am discussing some questions and you have to do some questions in your books. Now next question. Considering a charge q is divided, very interesting question, listen mindfully. Considering a charge q is divided into two parts, such as small q, so another part will be definitely q minus q. If total charge is q, if one part is small q, so another part will be q minus q. And kept fixed distance apart, that means distance should not be changed. Then for what value of q? Here q is variable. For what value of q? The electrostatic force between them is maximum. Again I am repeating the question. You are given a charge q. You have to divide into two parts and you have to keep them certain distance apart. Then you have to calculate the electrostatic force of interaction between them. Only you have to give the answer under what condition the force will be maximum. I will give you solution. First, traditional hit and trial method is given in first part. First, you see this part, then you will do the problem. You see, I am giving a 10 coulomb of charge. I am asking you divide it. There are so many ways you can divide it. I just given 4 types. 8 coulomb 2 coulomb, that means it is 10 coulomb. 7 coulomb 3 coulomb, that is means 10 coulomb. 6 coulomb 4 coulomb, that is also 10 coulomb. 5 coulomb 5 coulomb, that is also 10 coulomb. Another possibility is also there. So many possibles are there. My question is, you keep these two charges are same distance apart. Only you have to calculate in which case force is maximum. First you keep in mind same distance means formula is F is equal to beta q1 into q2 by r square. Same distance means r square constant. Same medium means beta constant. That means q1 into q2 changes, force will be changes. You see this example, 8 into 2, that is remains 16. 7 into 8 into 3, if you multiply, gives you 16. 7 into 3, it will give you 21. 6 into 4, it will give you 24. 5 into 5, it will give you 25. You see, 25 is maximum. If another choice you will see and test, 25 will be maximum. That means product of two charges maximum means force is maximum. So in this example, in which case force of interaction is maximum? Now 5 coulomb, 5 coulomb. So this is a very GK type of question. You should keep in memory. If a charge is divided equally, if a charge is Q, if it is divided Q by 2, 50-50, then definitely force of interaction will be maximum. In other cases, the force amount will be less than this. This is the way of answer we have given. But in exam, this question can be solved by a little bit new technique that is called calculus method. So you will use the higher mathematics to get same result. What happens? And this question is also asked many times in exam. So you should repeat this exam in your note. Then this method is known as calculus method. You see, the charge Q is given to us. We divide into two parts according to the question. First part is small q and another part is q minus q. And distance is fixed, that is r. Force of interaction is there, repulsive force F12 vector and F21 vector. Magnitude of both the forces are same. You already know why the same. And formula is F is equal to beta, product of the two charges. First charge is q and second charge is q minus q and divided by r square. This is the formula. And force only here depends upon small q because all the parameters are constant here. So I have written here force is the function of small q. When you will read in higher mathematics application of a derivative, a function is maximum if its derivative of a function, first derivative of function with respect to variable is 0. This part you will read in your mathematics calculus. We will use that method. If f is maximum, our f will be maximum if derivative of f with respect to variable, that means small q, should be 0. Now we will do the simply derivative. d by dq of f, I have written the formula f here. Beta by r square is constant taken outside. d by dq, I have opened this small q into small capital Q, here q square. If you derivative small q into capital Q is kept outside. Derivative of small q with respect to small q is equal to 1, q into 1. And here q square derivative is 2q. You see here beta by r square taken outside. So q minus 2q is equal to 0. So small q will be q by 2. If small q will be q by 2, then q minus q is also q by 2. Same result we are getting for calculus method. So you should practice this problem how it is q by 2. In short question it generally comes in this particular problem, what is the ratio of small q and is to capital Q? Simply write 1 is to t. If your question asks what is the ratio of small q into capital Q minus q, 50-50, so ratio will be 1 is to 1. In the next video we will do another problems for you. The problems that I given, listen carefully and repeat it and do some problems in your book. And always repeat by keep in memory. Then next class we will proceed for next video.